Good morning, everybody. Suit up. It's going to be a fabulous Friday. We're going to have a good time. Whether you want to or not. We got a lot of folks in the chat early this morning. Thanks for being here, everybody. It's going to be a good day. Ms. Pig Cafe, how you doing? We got Dr. Jill Powers out there, both of them wrenching away. Crazy White Boy is here. Yeah, I need a sip of water for the working man already. Sort of Poopus Q, Burr. I got your bear story. Ginger Wolf. Ginger Wolf is 5'2". That's referred to as fun size. We got Deeple 101 out there. The beautiful Deeple. Who else we got? We got Putin. Putin. Is this a real picture? Yep. We got Culture Sugar Daddy out there, otherwise known as Tony Piacente, gifting 10 Culture Casino memberships as we get closer and closer. And right as I start my show, I got an allergy attack. Of course. Who else is out there? We got some people out there. John's out there, the Beagle Dad. Good to see you. And the very lovely Georgia Peach. For those who've already seen this morning's video, which is a review of The Mandalorian and Grogu. As a movie, it wasn't the worst thing I've seen this year. As a Star Wars movie, it is not worth seeing anytime soon, even probably on Disney Minus. Although if you need to catch up on it, you don't want to miss out, Disney Minus might be an option if you have it. Otherwise, get an on sale discounted disc in 2 years when it shows up there. Because this thing, despite its earnings early, I'm not a big fan of. Siege Perilous, how's it going out there? Good to see you. The lovely Georgia Peach. Good morning. You guys are doing good. I can't even say more than enough thank yous out there, making sure we get the videos shared, share the stream, share the dream, hitting the thumbs up button, comments everywhere. Love it. Penny. Saying hi to everybody. She's so friendly. Oh, man. I think Paul McCartney showed up on the last Colbert show. We're going to talk about the chaos that was the Colbert show. We're going to do that in bonus time, along with some other subject matter. Commander Ed Straker's Shadow. Hope you're doing well. Juliet sent a member message. She's out shopping this morning. I hope you're being safe, dear, and enjoy yourself. I really do. Anytime you can get out, I think that's a good thing. And, of course, Juliet's still saying hi to everybody, despite the fact that she's out for a bit of a shop. She's also been a member for 18 months. It's a year and a half, everybody. It's a long time to do an incredible job as a mod and be a member of the channel. Good stuff. Caleb is out there. What's up? Good to see you, Caleb. Yeah, it's definitely coffee time. Indeed. Oh, boy. Who else is out there? Freedom Seeker. Howdy. All good morning. Emotionally unstable or amphibian. Almost said robot. I don't know why. Good to see you, my friend. Who else is out there in the world? We got a few others. Got a few other folks joining us early in the morning. Thanks for the send over that my friend Loki did this morning. Hey, Brendan. Good to see you. I missed you yesterday. Happy Friday. Jonathan Conroy's here. Been a minute, friend. Hope you're doing well. Hell, I'll smash the like. Mags is in London. Mags London. Good to see you, Mags. You're doing well. And once again, thank you to Culture Sugar Daddy for 10 Culture Casino membership, which got Super Dave a membership, which is cool. Libby Priest out there. Frank's here. Everybody say hi to Frank. Look at you guys. Love it. 23 seconds till go time. Ewan, Kumia, what's up, Ewan? Good to see you, buddy. What else is happening? What else is going on? Shadow Seeker, OG. Good to see you. Peter, good to see you. Happy Memorial Day weekend. That's right. Can't remember the reason for the celebration. You should. Some people gave the last full measure of devotion this weekend. That's who we're honoring. But 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out the 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in, but let's talk about this. Netflix cannot compete with YouTube, so they're bringing YouTube to Netflix. They're going to turn a daily live video deal with Charlemagne the Gods, which I hate that name. It's very egotistical. The Breakfast Club podcast is going to be appearing over there. I wonder how that deal works out with his YouTube deal. Pretty crazy. We got, oh, wait, this is soccer. I don't know why this didn't stay where I put it, but Apple's going to broadcast MLS games shot entirely from 15 iPhones. This is how small productions have become. It's the first major live sports event captured using only smartphones, and it's going to look like that. It really is. Hey, there's that picture, and yes, it is a real picture. This is from Hollywood Reporter. The Colbert got questioned by his famous friends on the eve of the late night episode, and then again, the last episode, which was last night, again featuring people like Paul McCartney. We had Bruce Springsteen on the night before taking jabs at the president, and the Ellisons as he performs on Stephen Colbert's second to last show. My goodness, what a disappointment. We got a member chat here from Flying Blind on a Rocco Cycle for $1.99. Super duper chat saying, hail culture and chat. Hail to you, my friend. We've got, what else do we got? We got Jackass, the TV show. That's right. Coming back to Paramount Minus with restored original episodes. That's interesting. I wonder why they're doing that. Hey, there's Jeff Probst. He spoiled the ending of Survivor 50. The fire-making challenge winner, final three contestants during the live finale. I bet you the audience was disappointed. I mean, it happens once every 50 years or so. Tilda Swinton gave an interesting rant on AI on the Cannes red carpet, saying it's like a massive wedding. Every other person is a bridesmaid. I'm not sure why she's so against AI. I think it might be the only reason that she gets jobs in the future. Moving on, we've got Cliffhanger, the movie. Remember this? I do. That's right. The reboot distributor is Roku now. That's how far this film has fallen. I imagine that it will fall even further and we won't get another Cliffhanger with Neon ever. Roku and Neon. Yeah, those are big studios. Yikes. Moving on, Spotify is going to start reserving concert tickets for fans. That's right. You can set up and get tickets set aside. And that's in a partnership with Live Nation. Well, we'll see how that works with an antitrust situation. Sinners is coming to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal Studios Hollywood. I'm sure that's going to be interesting. Hollywood Horror Nights is a lot of fun. If you are in an area where you can get to Hollywood Studios Hollywood or Florida, it's always a good time. Oh, Julianne Moore. This chick is crazy. Well, anyway, she's going to lead a mother-daughter comedy film from Netflix but through Barack Obama's and Michelle Obama's Higher Ground. They're going to produce a script by loot writer Maggie Sheridan, and this won't have any messaging in it at all, right? Right? Yeah, there's going to be a new Cliffhanger movie. Emily in Paris is going to end with season 6 on Netflix. This is the rare exception to the rule. Netflix will give you one good season of a show, maybe 2, and then by the end of season 3, you want to have them quit making it. We've got Trump easing refrigerant rule in a bid to address surging grocery costs. That's right. The only reason that they changed the refrigerant is because the patent ran out. Freon, still perfectly good. Despite the claims that it made holes in the ozone layer, I think that there's a cyclical nature to the ozone layer that they, didn't want to acknowledge. Oh, no, the ozone layer is fixed. Does that mean we could use Freon again? Of course not. The patent ran out. We gotta make it illegal to use it. We gotta make everybody change their equipment. We gotta make this more expensive. Everybody's got to go to A10 or something. Wild. Anyway, companies join in on a deep-sea mining rush after Trump executive orders regulators fast-track permits. You know what? We have 70% of this planet supposedly covered in water. We should be mining underneath there. I wonder if there's rare earth minerals underwater. Got to ask yourself that. Moving on, of course, we got Trump saying he's postponing signing an executive order about AI. Out of concern that it would hurt the AI industry, which means that bill we talked about yesterday likely won't get signed into law. because the AI deepfake bill is nothing but a form of censorship, and I don't think Trump wants to be known for interfering with free speech. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. After a decade after Standing Rock protests, a contentious segment of the Dakota Access Oil Pipeline gets okayed. Well, yeah, he just had to write a big enough check. It's never about the sacredness of the land. It's about the size of the money. And big check equals problem solved. No more environmental concern. The climate stuff is really wearing thin with the public, and globally it is unpopular. And you know what? The EU is losing a lot of power and a lot of money and a lot of relevance because of it. And finally, bear cubs spar for a moment on a woman's porch in an adorable viral video. You can see here the video. Let's see if we can run through it very quickly. I just see Cub Scouts. Is this what they're talking about? Bear cubs? I don't see any bear cubs. What is this? Oh, there it is. Those are the bear cubs. All right. Well, this was the problem. There you go. Those guys went for a little fight. That was not what we wanted. How sad. The original TikTok video I watched was great. What is happening right now? You know what? You guys deserve better. Let me see if I can give you more better. Just a second. Just a second. We do better here. We do better. Let me get rid of this toolbar. The fact that they flood you with toolbars now to obfuscate their hang on. There we go. To obfuscate their ads. There we go. The bears are just grumbling there on the porch. That's what you wanted to see, right? There's Mama Bear. Of the 3 bear cubs, 2 of them were just having it out. Anyway, so there's that. See? You got to see it. Oh, we are nothing if not delivering you the fun stuff. Or the stuff. I think just the stuff is probably safer to say. Surprising performance, but actually unsurprising to me, for Blandalorian and Grey Goose at the early previews for that film. The Thursday numbers came out. Kind of interesting. At least according to me, we're going to stick around for that. I'm going to say a quick thank you and shout out to our friendly Canadian up there, making sure that the money is right, dropping 20 CultureCasino memberships out there. You know what, you guys? You deserve a clip. You deserve a clip. Let's make sure everybody has plenty of cheddar today. How about that?
Oh, man, that's some sweet cheddar.
I think I see Mark Fields in the chat. Thank you, Randall. You're amazing. Along with Tony Piacente today, you are preventing a whole lot of Pedro punishment. That's right. Pedro punishment. Did I pick out terrible music? I wanted to pick out really terrible music. Yeah, free music on YouTube Studio. So I'm like, how can I make people really want to become members to get it to stop? Make it stop. Thanks again. You guys are amazing. Batcap's in the house. I think it's safe to say it's not the way. It's not. But apparently taking care of the old is the way. Not by today's standards, I wanted to say. Oh, yeah. This was such a bad movie. Uh-oh. I did not mean to do that. That was no bueno. Let's do this. All right. I think that'll fit. All right. Let's get to this. I don't want to bury what's happening in the world. I want to show what's happening in the world. I think that is my job. Here we go. So from Deadline by Anthony D'Alessandro says that the Blandalorian and Grogu are flying around 12 million in Thursday night previews. Yeah. Does that mean it's good? Does that mean it's going to have a big weekend? 12 million is usually indicates it's going to be okay. Not great. There's Mark. Positive vibes to you, friend. I hope you're doing well, Mark. I really do, brother. It's good to see you. And thank you for all the super thanks and every comment you've been making on videos. It does not go unnoticed. TGIF says Gollum. I agree. I think I see Dean Krantz too. Look at that. Hey, Dean, what's up, buddy? What's up? Thank you for all the gifties, everybody. That Law, hail to you. Carl Singh, what's up, Carl? Streaming killed the theater star. Streaming killed the radio star. Yeah. Pam Epson in the chat. Good to see you. Got a lot of great people. Corporeal Being, what's up? Feeling good, culture? Yes. Yes. Looking good, Lewis. Yeah. That's out of phase, but at least it's a good movie quote from Trading Places. Jared Markham's in the chat. Mr. Connors gave Mandolin a 7.5 out of 10. Pro gave it a 5.5 out of 10. Marv was between a 4 and a 5, and The Wiz gave it a 1.5. I understand where everybody's coming from. That's the problem. When I go into a film like this, I'm going to say for a Star Wars fan, this thing's a 5 at best. For a film fan or a newcomer to Star Wars, this is probably going to be about where I put it, a 7. If you took the words Star Wars off this and gave us generic genre film, this is an action movie with a lot of boring sandwiched in between. There was parts of the third act that I was just like, this is nothing but pulling on all the ladies' heartstrings because there's nothing here. Fortunately, you only have to see Mando with his helmet off for just about 5 minutes, maybe 10. Yeah. Otherwise, Pedro's basically what do you call it? A glorified voice actor. I'm not sure he did all of his stunts. Once again, thank you to Flying Blind on a Rocket Cycle for this inside of the 6-minute daily. TZ Burton's in the house. What's going on, brother? Deliato's out there. There's about 22 millions in budget in that picture. Yeah, the one with Colbert. Yeah, we're gonna get it more into Colbert in just a minute. But so anyway, so $12 million isn't bad for a Thursday night, but it also included a lot of PLFs. Just keep that in mind. People went to see this on the biggest screens they could find, and they paid a premium for it. For example, tickets for me at the XL Theater or the IMAX were going to run about $20 with taxes and fees per person. So it's a lot of money. The problem is even if they get a 50% haul from that, which they will, they might even get a little more. I'm not sure what the upfront deal is on this for the first week or the first weekend. But this could pull out $100 million weekend, but is that good for Star Wars? Ask yourself a question. If it ends up finishing on the lower end because of bad word of mouth, like everybody here is talking about, everybody's giving it a bad number. That's bad. That's very, very bad. Holy cow. Fitty D with a 20. In Culture Casino Cash saying, good morning, beautiful people. Good morning to you, Fitty D. Fitty D. Fitty D does not want any more Pedro. No. No, don't want that.
Brother,
See, yeah, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. Who else is out there? Yeah, Bruce Springsteen is as relevant as Square Tires. Yeah, he looks a lot like that Rapinoe chick too. The lady that broke her leg in her last game. It's soccer. She's a goalie. How do you break your leg if you're a goalie? Wasn't she a goalie? I don't even know. This is how much I follow ladies soccer. Check your DMs. You may not want to use it. LOL. Irate specialist. I'll check my DMs, but I don't know. We're trying to keep today's show tight. I'll take a look at it though in a minute. Thank you, friend. You were doing great work out there. The lovely Jill Powers also doing great work out there. 22 months a member. That should be a movie. 22 months a member. Yeah, 8 days a week. It says happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. Indeed. And again, Memorial Day, we honor those that gave the last full measure to their country. Just consider that. Staccato DDS. Hello, chat. Hello, Staccato. How you doing, my friend? It's great to see you. Tilda's a little strange. Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Hey, Carl, I would gladly take a deal with Netflix. At least I'd bring you some honesty. Honesty is such a lonely word. That I rant on AI all the time. I don't know about that. I think there's a time and a place for it. I love it. You do great AI stuff. Your Read Specialist does great AI stuff. There's a lot of memers that use AI. I don't have a problem with it. Like I said, you use it in measure. What I don't what I hope we don't have is a soulless future of AI film and television. That's what I hope for. Of course, Brandon is correct. No Sly, no cliffhanger. True story. It's a sequel or a follow up, or maybe it's a remake, a reboot. Cool, might be the right thing. Osmora, holy cow, Osmora 199. Hello, all. Hello to you today. Look at all these great people. Cloud Sailing's in the house. Wow, and Andy Masterson, the talented one, is here. Nobody cares about Stephen Colbert. Yeah, doesn't sound like a really bad toothpaste. Colbert. John, what's up, everybody? Hello. That's right. Canol's in the house. Good to see you. Good to see you. Holy cow. What are you doing? Fitty D again with 20 Culture Casino memberships. All he wants to do is he just wants to see the clips. I have a feeling he just wants to see the clips. In fact, I'm pretty sure. You know what? Thanks.
Words cannot express the gratitude that comes from culture towards you on this day. Or they can, but, it's,
Your mom is pretty.
Things you say.
Thank you to Floral from Under a Rock. Steve does a great job with the clips. I got to get him to do some more for me. He's so fun. All right, let's get back to the share. Teddy D, thank you so much for those 20. We're turning everybody green. Hopefully not with envy. Actually, I don't care. If you want to be envious, it's fine. But that's a sin. They say redheads are crazy. TZ Burton says, well, go talk to R1 Avalon. She ain't crazy. Yeah. Walter, hey, you have a package on its way to you as of this morning. Awesome. You know what? Somebody will be checking the PO box for me every day for the next week. I will be on the road officially starting Monday afternoon. So there you go. TZ Burton says, guys, you can't fix her. Yeah, true story. True story. Chief Williams Schweikert's in the house. What's up? Good to see you, sir. Thank you for being here, my friend. Oh, you guys. Look at him. He's got his full uniform. Amazing. You're amazing. We got some of the best people on the planet here in the chat. Some of the brightest. Staccato DDS dropping 10. Culture Casino cash. If the numbers don't hold up for the weekend, the Thursday numbers are from Disney front loading. Indeed. That's exactly what's happening. And consider this. I mean, they got me for, a decent chunk of cash, but had I gone to the larger format later showing, first of all, I would have missed a family event. Never would do that. Okay. I'm just going to tell you right now. The minute I had the option to make sure I made it to the family event, that's what I did. Family's everything, guys. You cannot replace those moments. You cannot. That's why, as long as you got your old people around, you have to appreciate them, find the ways and the time to spend with them. You need to. In fact, you might want to sit down with those people in your life that are getting along in years with a videotape recorder, a tape recorder, a phone pointed at them. You might even want to mic them up and just have them talk about their life, beginning to end, from the moments they first remember being on this earth to everything about their family, the anecdotes that they have from family members from back then, just to get it all down into history. I promise you it'll be well worth it. You'll be able to draw from that if you're an author of any stripe, a creator of any stripe. You'll be able to draw on that going forward for the rest of your life, and you'll have something you can pass down to every generation that follows. Um, so there's that. So it's important to remember that stuff. Jan Monroe says, I feel sorry for anyone who develops presidential derangement syndrome. Every 4 or 8 years, the name changes, but it's a mental health crisis. I think so. Yeah, one of the original refrigerants that was most commonly referred to as Freon. There are a lot of refrigerants out there, right? That was like something 22, then we had like a something or another, and then something 214, and then I mean, there's been a long list of various refrigerants. They have a patent expiration date on them all, and yeah, you realize that the most efficient cooling is still what they use for dometic units in RVs, um, because you actually are enabling a very inexpensive process there that is powered by a propane flame at worst. The gas refrigerant that's used is a butane gas. Um, and I forget what it's called, but it's something butane. Anyway, it creates the whole boiling point reaction in a constricted environment, which is what causes refrigeration. Um, and in the third world or around the globe, in emergency situations, all of those ways to store medications, vaccines, and stuff like that are all done through that. It's what the Amish use actually, because they don't use electricity. So there you go. Are we noticed? I hope so. Notice me, senpai. You were. That's right, Knowles. You guys are doing a great job out there. You really are. Thanks for lifting the channel to the pinnacle. There's 130 something of you right now watching live. If you're watching on the replay, let me know in the comments section below with hashtag replay gang and tell me what viewer number you are. Also, you know what? If you guys want to drop in the chat where you're from, that would be cool. Are we noticing that Netflix is going hard left again? Yep. Yeah. Again, leaning further into the cultural shift garbage. I really wish the administration would put a lot of this into check. Um, you know, I really do, but it is what it is. Who else is out there? Mark Fields celebrating 8 months of being awesome. I wish everyone a wonderful, prosperous day, and so do I. So do I. For $1.99, my good pal, a rate specialist says, did you see the LA Times editorial on Colbert? I don't like the Times because I don't want to pay for their paywall, so I rarely get a chance to look at that. But I'll try and take a look at it later, brother. Thank you, man. Time dimension slip culture. Time keeps on slipping, slipping, slipping into the future. Randall Orzer. Once again, a big shout out and thank you for the 20 Culture Casino memberships. Thanks for turning the chat green. Look at all those people. By the way, if you are a member of this channel, you get things half a day early, about 2 or 3 times a week. So that's another unstated benefit of being a Culture Casino member. By the way, if we have 1,000 members and we're able to maintain that number, this channel pays for itself. And according to Randall Orser, I could be making a lot more money with that many members if some people were stepping up their tier to gold or, let's see, high roller. Speaking of high rollers, this Saturday, I think that's tomorrow. Is that right? Because today's Friday. Doesn't Saturday usually follow Friday? I think so. Anyway, we're going to have a high roller stream. So hopefully those of you who are high rollers or have high rollers in your life are going to be available for a little public live stream, which means you have to be on your best behavior. Keep your naughty words to yourself. And, you have to wear clothes. So I love it. Just want to say thanks again to all of you who've been so generous today making everybody's day brighter. Look at all these amazing people. I can't believe it. I can't. Corporeal Being, good to see you. I heard Grogu was a bad film or 3 acceptable Mando episodes. Exactly. That's like, I think I said it was like 3 or 4 episodes smooshed to get together. I think that was my actual quote in today's video. You can go watch it. But yeah, it's just it's a real it's a hodgepodge. The story was linear enough to follow. But there was a lot of wasted space in there. The movie could have been 90 minutes long. You could have left out a lot of garbage in betwixt the second act and the third act. The setup was so obvious, for the final conflict. I mean, it vomit inducing. That's right. Randall Orser's Culture's other sugar daddy. Speaking of which, some of you are also comics division sugar daddies out there. This is one of the oldest moderators on this channel, Lord Thoth. Good to see you, friend. Rid by nature. What's going on? Much appreciated to see you, my friend. LA Times called Colbert divine and compared his show to a ministry. This is how much they worship the government and politics. We are in very poor shape as a nation if the government is your religion. We got problems. That means you're basically almost the unwashed commies out there worshiping authoritarianism. Oppress me harder, daddy. Yeah, don't do that. Bill Blom says, saw a report day before yesterday. Google AI is now just about every one of their applications. Yeah. They even have for your websites, you can now put an LLM s.text that describes everything about your website into your front end, so that Google knows how to present your site and rank it. There's Apollomes. Hello, dear. This is the end, my only friend. The very lovely Sherry. I ran your ad yesterday, dear. I think Pedro already got 1,000 members. It's close. I'm sure. Wow, there's a joke there. This is a family show, but if the late night show, we're still going on Sunday nights, and it's going to come back. There are 2 medications. Once I get off of them, I can do the late night show. But man, there's a joke there. Oh, it's an obvious one. Many of you already had it go through your mind. It's a good joke too. Oh, I love my family audience though. Thumbs up. Thank you, dear. Ginger Wolf says hi, everybody. Hello. All right. Once again, Mark Field sent positive vibes. You guys are just on fire out there. Cherry Lynn. Hi, Al. Hello. We got the lobster out there. We got a lovely bunch of Jordan Peterson's fans. Gotta love it. It's not preventing Pedro punishment when you put up the graphic while speaking about it. Oh, well, it is. It is Pedro punishment. We're not quite to 1,000. We're closing in on it though. Thank you to the sugar daddies and sugar mamas out there. Got a lot of those, like Davina Duckworth. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Buy BVidia. Well, I think you mean NVIDIA, Putin 3. And I'm not giving anybody financial advice. You should never listen to a YouTuber or Jim Cramer, for that matter. I'm just saying. Hey, the lovely, magically MJ in the house. Follow her on the Instagrammies and find her on amazing shows like Vash's program and occasionally on Pro on Mondays, if I'm not mistaken. Or do we do that on Monday or Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday. Get my days confused. I'm dazed and confused. Hey, Matt G out there. Good to see you, buddy. Matt G's been here forever, moderating like a maniac. Would Pedro and the glow sticks be a good band name? I think so. Just don't vote for Pedro. Thank you for the $5 super duper chat. Flying blind on a rocket cycle. See, we got to have a couple chuckles. The autocorrect on my new tablet is killing me. Yeah, it does. Yeah, I've turned off autocorrect on some devices because it's been so wildly inaccurate. What's up? That's right. Blair to Blair. Holy cow. Guys, check out Blair to Blair. It's great to see you, brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you are doing well. Look at these great peoples, the beautiful people. You ate my burgers. Happy Friday, culture, and all you culturians. Hey, I love your name. That's cool stuff. You ate my burgers. Eliotto. Gonna be seeing Pandalorian. There you go. It kind of is Pandalorian at this point. And Grogert. It's over 2 hours, which makes me wonder what the kids are gonna do for it. Be bored. Seriously, there is like at least 2 segments of 20 minutes where you're just like, oh, give me strength. That amount to nothing. With only one tension buildup, and it wasn't even real. They really are trying to peddle like new action figures and creatures people might be interested in. And the monsters were good, especially in Act 2. But man, come on. Yeah, I think I got Juliet's member chat. Let me go through. Mrs. Pigcoffin wants to make sure I don't miss anything, and I appreciate that so very much. So let's start with the first member chat, which was Juliet after 18 months of being here and being an incredible moderator. She says, "Have a good show, everybody. Everybody out shopping." Well, I think we will. And you were still commenting as you were shopping, so just be safe. Hope you're not driving. We've got Jill Powers, the River Daughter, celebrating 22 months, saying, as I said before, happy Memorial Day weekend, everybody. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who gave their life so we can live the life that we have now. Mark Fields, celebrating 8 months of membership. I wish everyone a wonderful and prosperous day. I wish that to you each and every day, Mark Fields. Thank you for what you do. Chief William Schweikert, Ding Dong Colbert is gone. Celebrate good times. Come on. It's a celebration. Apollobee's Minions celebrating 28 months. Man, every time I'm thinking about Simi. Anyway, wishing everybody a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a great weekend too, dear. I really do. Just be safe. Be safe. I know it takes a lot every single day. And on that note, we caught up on the member chats, the chickadee chats. Yeah, who else is out there? Breaking of medical. The doctor has weak said my A1C. Oh, okay. That was 8 in December is now 5.3. Good. You lost 43 pounds. Well done, brother. Now all I need is a few purple potatoes. Hey, doesn't hurt. Look, when you are going to eat high glycemic index foods like potatoes, because that's a starch, right? And that's a heavy sugar. There's a slightly different structure in purple potatoes, which I'm a big fan of. But I would recommend broiling the potatoes in advance, seasoning them and broiling them, roasting them, whatever your process is. And then taking them out, putting them in a glass container with a proper lid, putting them in your refrigerator, bringing down, well, first allow them to cool, like, on outside. Don't make your refrigerator struggle. And then put your glass container containing your roasted potatoes into the refrigerator and bring them down to cool and use them the following day. What happens during the cooling process is a structural change that'll make it harder to convert the starch into sugars that will mess with your glycemic index. So it's one of the tricks with starches like potatoes to follow through on that process. It works for all potatoes, but purple potatoes especially. Also, when you reheat things, please avoid the microwave. Seriously, I'm going to teach you all a trick on that garden place when I get back from my trip. I'm going to teach you all a trick to how to reheat things without using the microwave, so that you get fully reheated, thoroughly reheated, not twice cooked food that's irradiated and removing the natural things that are in that food. It's very simple. You're essentially going to take your plate, set it on top of an upside down jar lid in a stainless steel pan, which is what I cook on, and cover it. And you're going to put a little water before you cover it. Put a little water around the base of the plate, and you can bring everything back to temperature. You just have to remember it's a hot plate. You pull it out, and you bring that up at medium heat or lower if you so prefer to heat. But you just put everything you want, all your leftovers that way. Twice cooked things, especially nuked things, no bueno. Pizza is super dangerous to reheat. So there's that. Sorry, unsolicited advice. I am not a doctor nor nutritionist. I just pay attention. Jared Markham says, and then Pro does that Park Place on Monday. Yeah, yep, yeah. Pro's busy. Yeah. Purple sweet potatoes are not bad. I just don't use them. I don't find them as enjoyable as others in my family. That's just me. Barry the Music Man. Yeah, I don't use sizzle here. There's no sizzle in here. All right. Brandon Day says the fact that Lorne liked it makes me want to give it a watch. Well, Lorne's a big, what do you call it? Lore guy. Lorne, the lore guy. Makes sense. But honestly, I can see his point. Liking it is I did not like the movie, but I like I said, I have to be when I have to be detached from everything else when I review a film. You have to go in with and give each thing a clean slate if you can to be a good reviewer. It's why I understand the way that they do it at Film Threat, the way that Pauly and his team gives everything a chance. Um, because I want to be considered reliable, and I don't want you to spend money on things that are quite garbage, right? I want to save y'all some cash. I just do. So I'll wait for the movie to go to Disney minus before I don't watch it. It's gonna be a lot of people. Filoni is a hack in a 10-gallon hat. Yeah, and his appearance in the film, which he does appear in the film, was vomit inducing for me. Okay, maybe I didn't vomit, but it wasn't a plus. It just reminded me that this pivot to the garbage and to witchcraft was all him. It was all him. Don't respect the guy. I don't like the guy. I think he's been the worst thing to happen to Star Wars ever. That's saying a lot because Kathleen Kennedy was second worst. All her ideas, though, were the worst part of her being in power. She put in the story group, which Disney in turn followed. And all of a sudden, we have emotionally driven complete garbage that destroys everything that came before. Yeah, Davina is correct. Insulin resistance is basically pre-diabetes and very dangerous. Yeah, and that's why I want to give you little tips and tricks to get away from that stuff. Yeah, I really do. Yeah, cut that glycemic content and burn off that fat. Don't get diabetes. That's right. Yeah. Canola says, when you talk about the potato trick, are you reheating the potato and how? I am, and like I said, I'm using so I use a lot of masonry jars, as you can imagine, because I'm like a natural food guy, whole food, raw food kind of guy. So I'll take the jar lid. It's usually two parts if you do any kind of canning. From one of the ball like masonry style jars, and you take the rim of the lid, right? Not the base plate, not the compression plate. But you take that and you put it upside down in your steel pan. You pour water in. You put your plate down, so it's balanced on the lid top. And the brass of the lid will be a conductive element, but you don't need that because you're actually just steaming the plate. Um, we used to get served food on hot plates when we were younger. Do you guys remember that? They say it's a hot plate. Yeah. Well, that's a good thing. It kept the food warm and heated through. It ensured that it got cooked through, as a matter of fact. And at the same time, when you reheat that way, it does the same exact thing. You're not recooking the food. You're actually adding the moisture to it. You're not destroying the nutrients in the food. If any of that makes sense, let me know. But yeah, I am not. I used to be a microwave fan, but like, you know, with all the uh, articles coming out talking about how microwave popcorn causes cancer for more than one reason. Yeah, no bueno. Jeff, what's up? I got a little streamer, only 200 watts. It's great. Steamers are fantastic, brother. They are. I have one of those ninja things I'm going to start using more frequently. I'm going to show you guys some ninja recipes. Cosmin Cristani, excuse me. I always do that. I'm sorry, my friend. Culture Casino, you've been an inspiration for a fun character in a movie I'm writing that satirizes YouTube. Okay. Is that good or bad? I hope it's good. I try to be a force for good, not evil. Lady Gamester says I would be lost without my microwave. I'm going to try to talk you out of it, dear. I really am. Yeah. Cold pizza rules. True story. Yeah. If you can't reheat your pizza in any other way, like in an oven or a toaster oven, those are the two things I would recommend, especially if you have a pizza stone. Yeah, you want to you absolutely and truly want to eat it cold. Hey, I've been taking Nvidia seriously. Are you kidding me? I'm taking Terafab seriously as well. Oh, this is very nice, Jared Markham saying, I'm at the point where I wait for you, Pro, and the circle of channels to review something and then decide to go and see it based on what y'all say. Well, I'm going to tell you the mass preponderance of people that are a little less, they're a little more jaded. I hate to say that this way. I'm just going to say you're going to get a lot of negative out of the current cycle. I'm not saying it's undeserved. I mean, this certainly it doesn't qualify in my mind as a Star Wars film, but yeah. Teddy D loves cold pizza, so do I. Emotional damage. Yeah. All right. Metal utensils are very heat resistant indeed. Yeah, actually, so for most cooking services, I use wood. I'm gonna start like shaping my own wood utensils. I'm gonna start making my own bamboo utensils. We can maybe talk about that one day. But it's all about how you finish them. I use a salad bowl finish for all my wooden utensils that I've created before and cutting boards. You do the same thing. Then you give a resistant coating and you don't get an accumulation of like maybe bad guys in your wood. So, yeah. What else is going on? Randall, I bought a teapot for this reason. I was like, this just takes it doesn't take that long to get good hot water from a tea kettle. What are we doing? Daniel Lewis, bye. I'll have a good weekend. I hope you have a great weekend. Yes, I use beef tallow. Yeah, I pop my popcorn in beef tallow. Yum. Yeah. I don't use any seed oils at all in anything anymore. I don't allow seed oils in my butter. By the way, go look up your butter. Spreadable butter likely has canola oil in it, folks. Go check that out. Caveat ties in the house. Good to see you. Cat slave over there on the green machine. Air fryers work. I don't know. I haven't heard. I'll have to look up. I'll have to look up, but I haven't heard anything bad about an air fryer. Like I said, I've got one of those super fancy ninjas. I need to use it more, and I need to give you guys some recipes. But yeah, Jared's like, what's funny is I'm 28, which means I'm probably a little bit under the average age for the viewers of this end of YouTube. Yeah, but it means you're a mature person. All right, let's get back to this. Let's get back to the Colbert thing because I still think I still think it's worth talking about. This is from Deadline again. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert finale. Paul McCartney closes out an era with a little help from Stephen's friends. So there you go, guys. This is how many people go to that show live. It's not many. The Ed Sullivan Theater isn't very big. It's historic, but not big. You can listen to this article if you want to, if you want to bother to go look at it. But Colbert said goodbye to the Late Show after more than 10 years. Yeah, I think it's 11 and 1,800 episodes. The comedian kicked off his final show Thursday with an earnest piece to camera before Paul McCartney joined as his final guest after the likes of Bryan Cranston, Ryan Reynolds, Paul Rudd, Tim Meadows, and Tig Notaro. Political to the end. McCartney was a sole couch guest on the final ever Late Show, but CBS series packed its finale with visits from Colbert's late night peers, John Oliver, Seth Meyers, Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, and Andy Cohen, as well as Neil deGrasse Tyson and Elvis Costello, and all of the political nonsense that they could shove in there. So this show, I want you to know, is a show has been a joy to do for us to do for you. Yeah, 200 of you losing 40 million a year. In fact, we call this show the Joy Machine. I'm just going to stop reading. Because I don't think anybody can take that seriously. There's no joy in Mudville right now. I'm sorry. There's one thing I wish the president wouldn't do is acknowledge players like this, people like Colbert, but he can't resist it. I think he needs to approach cultural zeitgeist differently, um, and praise the good things in pop culture, and just ignore the bad things. The bad things take care of themselves in the marketplace usually. The fact that Kimmel's still on the air is again a testament to Disney's dedication to the messaging and the political garbage. But well, this is an example of, just wish. And again, I'm not going to tell Trump what to do, but Donald Trump celebrates Stephen Colbert's last late show on CBS. Thank goodness it's finally gone. Well, while I agree with the sentiment, I don't know necessarily that the president needs to comment on this. I'm not going to chastise him for doing so. Certainly not. But so many other things I just want you to get done in your administration. So at 1:52 a.m., good criminy. That's late. The president never sleeps, I think, truly. But he posted on Truth Social, Colbert is finally finished at CBS. Amazing that he lasted so long. No talent, no ratings, no life. He was like a dead person. You could take any person off the street and they could do better than this total jerk. Thank goodness he's finally gone. Trump was a frequent, even nightly target of Colbert's humor, and none too happy about it. Unlike Trump's predecessors, he lashed out on social media or called for the host to be fired. Used to be balanced back in the day. Balance, or what I call homeostasis, regular in my, the articles that I write for That Park Place, or even in videos I do now. I call for balance in all things. I want you guys to live a balanced life. I want you to go outside and touch grass occasionally. I want everybody to feel like a larger part of things. And at the same time, I want you to be able to go out and appreciate what really matters. I want you to become somebody that's in the world and not on it. Oftentimes, the existence that we have and the identities that we develop for ourselves are based on what we do for a living. If we're an athlete, if we're an artist or whatever, but that's not all the sum total of what you are. And I need you to try to focus in on the identity that makes you a bigger person. Your contributions to others and society as a whole, your your offerings to the people around you, especially your family. Um, you need to take heart in that and pass that kind of knowledge on to others. That's what I want for everybody, because I want more for you than many of you want for yourself. And someday, maybe I'll be able to get everybody to believe that. But Last thing I want to comment on before we wrap this up today and you get sent off over to that park place with Jonas and our friend Marvin is this. Ready? Scooter V dropped a story that I'm going to share with you over on X based on a story that happened earlier yesterday. Instant no buy, says Scouter V. Ubisoft is down billions of dollars and still can't help themselves from injecting modern day bologna sausage into everything. Learning the law, the manga lawyer says, ladies and gentlemen, Ubisoft officially censored Anne Bonny's cleavage in the upcoming Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake. The crazy people did it. They couldn't let that stay in it. On the left, the unadulterated stuff, and on the right, well, the adulterated stuff. That's not. This is in. This is not a good fair representation, Alex Amos. But whatever. There's a lot of things that are being changed in games because of modern sensibilities. I think people are just tired of that. I would be really frustrated if they do what they've often threatened to do: go back and change old movies and censor them. I think that's annoying. Living is dangerous. True story. You're talking to somebody who nearly died. Da, da, da. Cosmin Cristani says, your character is a positive force in my script, I promise you. Well, that's a good thing. I wouldn't think anybody would treat my character poorly. Look at you guys. Fallen Angel D-Link says, more like joyless about Colbert. Yeah. Yep, the Bears are definitely leaving Chicago. Look, if you're the owner of that team, you've never been rewarded by the city. Soldier Field never got the proper treatment it needed, nor the redevelopment that it was going to require. The drainage systems were poor. The city and the state were not willing to pour funds into helping out the team. And then you have somebody across the border. And by the way, as somebody who's worked in Chicago and Indiana, one of the richer suburbs of Chicago, for a while, I can say that I did better. I did better like Indiana than I liked Chicago. So I spent a lot of time in Indiana in my young life, and just outside of Chicago. Not in Gary. Gary was terrifying, but in a nice suburb. So yeah, let's see. Trying to catch up with y'all. Chicago's a ghetto. We're afraid to visit anymore. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I really don't. I went to a couple Bulls games way back when. Michael Jordan was still playing. That's how long ago. So Illinois is in big trouble. Yeah, next to go may be the Cubs. That's quite possible, Black V. honestly. That's going to be heartbreaking too. Although I was a White Sox fan. They had a few great home run hitters in my era. So yeah. It sounds like the Raiders situation when they were in Oakland. Yeah. Oakland didn't want to give them any money. Just like with the Athletics. The Athletics, how do you not take care of that team? Here, spend hundreds of millions of dollars here. We're going to take the taxes off all these tickets and all the people you bring into the stadium, and then we're not going to reinvest in you. That's in the before times. Yeah, it's a long time ago. Yeah, it's really weird. Yeah, if Chicago loses the Cubs, it's over. I think that's true. Again, I love the White Sox though because they had a couple of guys on there that just could blast the ball so hard. It's kind of the era of the Bash Brothers over there in Oakland, right? There's a period of time we had people swinging for the fences every time they went to the plate. You channel that ball in the wrong spot, see ya. I love the Cubs too. Used to go to lots of Cubs spring training games, a lot of Padres spring training games. Um, I really liked going to Chargers off season stuff. Uh, you know, uh, all the preseason stuff that was always fun in the summer. SoCal. Frank Thomas was a beast. Whoo! There's somebody who knew who one of the people I was talking about. Oh man, gosh, you remember that era? So many people that could hit the ball. And then what followed after that obviously was the steroid era, but it was a period of time that, despite all of the shortcomings and everything else that came along with it, it was still pretty rad. Anyway, I don't know. A little bit misty-eyed for that. Yeah, South Chicago took over, yeah. Wrigley Field is a baseball landmark, but you know what? So was the Polo Grounds. They tore those out in the New York area, right? That was the weirdest place ever, by the way. If you to hit a baseball, like the luge like hung out over the field. Most people don't realize that the stands literally hung out over the field. Still one of my favorite historical parks. There's actually a few video games you could actually play at Polo Grounds. So a lot of fun. All right. Well, I'll be traveling quite a bit next week, so you won't get quite as regular a schedule. You might get random lives, but this Saturday, coming up tomorrow, if you are a high roller, if you've joined the high roller club or have been one for a while, we are returning to our regular last Saturday of the month. Technically, this isn't the last Saturday, but for my purposes, it is because I'm going to be traveling. So, and thanks for your commentary, Mr. Little Man. A lot of people here today. I hate it when they tear down historic parks. Yeah. Aren't the Bears building a new stadium? They are. The Indiana location, that facility looks phenomenal. Not on the same scale as the Dallas complex. Man, that place is a zoo. Um, but still. When Arlington was putting itself together for baseball, I I got to tell you that is a stadium to it's a coliseum for baseball. Um, and their spring training home has basically essentially a smaller scale version of that. It's really neat that they kept the architecture similar. So, stop by Paducah, Kentucky, and say hello. You know what? I won't be too far away. I don't think. Um, and Barry, I will. If I'm gonna go through there, or if I'm gonna get a chance to visit, I'll be sure. I got some other folks in Kentucky that are trying to, get my attention too. Man, these guys are great. Hey guys, do me a small favor and make sure we don't get people in here dropping stuff. I would appreciate that. Because I just saw one. Thank you. Thank you, moderator. Whoever that was, I imagine it's Ms. Pig Cafe. So, all right, just double check, make sure I didn't miss anybody, because you guys have been also generous today. Staccato DDS, of course. It's great to see you. Great to see you. Flying blind on a rocket cycle. Always so generous everywhere. You guys are all generous everywhere. I appreciate it. Ginger Wolf. Good to see you. Okay, so from now on, let's just call Ginger Wolf fun size. I die very well in horror movies. There you go, Ginger Wolf. You're also a wonderfully funny person on air. I appreciate your performances. Drunk 3PO got gifted his membership. Amazing. And once again, thank you to Teddy D. Fitty D. And again, with the $20 super duper chat. Rate specialist. I'm going to check my stuff. I need to make breakfast, guys, before I'm asked to be anywhere today. Randall Orser's out there gifting 20 Culture Casino memberships. We avoided a lot of Pedro punishment today because of the generosity of people like Randall and Culture's sugar daddy, otherwise known as Tony Piacente. So you guys are amazing. I can't be thankful enough. All right, folks. Today we end the show the same way we always do on a Friday, which is with AOAO. Holy cow, Ruby Hoove at the last moment drops a Culture Casino membership. Thank you, Ruby Hoove. Say hi to Hoove and remind him tomorrow we're doing a high roller stream, and I would love for him to show up. All right, with all that being said, AOAO. So get your keyboards ready, folks, and we will see you somewhere else. Maybe over on That Park Place Pro, somewhere else today. Maybe later today. I don't know. Tomorrow, I already have a project planned for that garden place. Try to get that put together quickly for you. It's another small space project. An idea that I will tell you was originally inspired from Disney and the way their horticulturists used to do certain things that they don't do so much anymore. And with that, be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, AO.
Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me fucked up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit, I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you would shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I don't fucking take smoke, I'm a poker hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll play it on your face to make you go take it back.
Now, before you go anywhere, folks, FKHC 2005 at the very last possible moment. A mere 3 minutes ago, as we were starting the end of the show, celebrating 6 months of membership, says, insert joke here. Thank you, FKHC. It's good to see you, friend. You've been here a minute. You've been here longer than that. I wonder if you had a membership interrupt us. All right, folks. Have an incredible weekend, a safe Memorial Day weekend, and hope to see you next week or anywhere else. If you're a high roller or you just want to tune in to a bunch of great people hanging out tomorrow on Saturday, High Roller Stream. See you there.